So let's get started. If you want to write English more effectively, then you should use the colon and semicolon. They look and sound similar, but they have very different uses. So what is a semicolon? Semicolons help you connect closely related ideas when a style mark stronger than a comma is needed. By using semicolons effectively, you can make your writing sound more sophisticated. The most common use of the semicolon is to join two independent clauses without using a conjunction like and. Semicolons are used between two main clauses that balance each other and are too closely linked to be made into separate sentences, as in these two examples you'll see next. The road runs through a beautiful wooded valley, semicolon, the railway line follows it. An art director searched North Africa, semicolon, I went to the Canary Islands. So now you're probably wondering, what is a colon? A colon is used to precede a list of items, a quotation, or an expansion or explanation. A colon indicates that a list will follow. Example, these are my favorite characters in Stranger Things, colon, 11, Mike, and Dustin. A colon is used between two main clauses that could stand alone as sentences. It indicates that an idea or an explanation will follow. Example, there is one thing that separates 11 from Mike, colon, she has powers. A colon indicates dialogue. Mike said, colon, I love you, 11. And lastly, a colon is used to express time. The Demogorgon is coming at 9 o'clock. Now we're going to talk about some common misuses of both semicolons and colons. Are semicolons used to introduce lists? No, colons, not semicolons, are used to introduce lists. When a colon is used to introduce a list, it should not be placed immediately following a verb, because the information following the colon must explain what was presented before the colon. Here's an incorrect example. These include colon, scary, ugly, and mean. Now here's how it's actually supposed to look. These include the words that describe the Demogorgon, colon, scary, ugly, and mean. Now here's another incorrect example. Mike and Dustin's grocery list included, colon, apples, milk, bread, and eggs. The grocery list included is not an independent clause, so it cannot be used with a colon, even if it is listing something after. So now we're going to move on to the importance of knowing how to use both semicolons and colons. Knowing the difference between colons and semicolons and using them correctly will ensure that you have full command of your language when you're writing. It is important to remember that these are not interchangeable and are in fact used for different purposes. Using colons and semicolons will allow you to connect your ideas in your writing and will show off your grammar expertise. So now we're going to talk about why you need to know how to use the semicolons and colons. Knowing how to properly use semicolons and colons will allow you to use more complex punctuation in your writing. It will also ensure that when other writers read your work throughout your academic career, your use of complex punctuations will impress your professors and prospective employers. So now that you're a professional at using semicolons and colons, you can use your powers to write the best paper that you've ever written before.